Hey guys, good morning. Trying to share this to a few people. Calling this the 714. Gonna get in the word in just a minute. Wait for a few more people to get on here. Hope you're doing good. So it's almost 7:14, and just a minute I'll kind of get into it. But what's up, Pastor Matt? Let me try this. My first time to live stream. Throw out a little wave. Just gonna try to wave at everybody hitting the screen here. This camera is sitting against chairs, so if all of a sudden I go out of the view, it's because the whole deal has fallen over. There also may be a kid that walks in any minute. So it's really kind of risky for me to do this in my house because we have 6 little wild natives that live here, and they've been stirring for the last 30 minutes or so. But what I wanted to do this morning, just looking at the time, yesterday, 7:14, our pastor challenged us to pray 2 Chronicles 7:14 in the morning and the evening. And so I want to read that verse to you, and I just wanted to log on around 7:14 in the mornings with you guys. Hopefully as many people from our church and then just family, friends. But let me read this. It says, "And if my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven, will forgive their sin, and will heal their land." And that's a great challenge to pray that prayer. I want to challenge you to do that this morning even. And I want to kind of spend some time over the next few days or weeks, however long we're in this season. I'm trying to commit to be on here around 7:14 every morning, just so we can be encouraged to pray. We can be encouraged to jump in here and spend time doing what the Word of God says, to humble ourselves, to pray, to seek His face, and set aside some time to ask God to do what He promises to do. As we do that and turn from our wicked ways, that He'll hear, that He'll forgive their sins and heal their land. And let me just focus in for a minute on that last part, that He'll heal their land. I know a lot of us were praying that there'll be a vaccine or a treatment, some medical discovery to curb coronavirus, and I think it's a great thing to pray for. But what God put in my heart this morning was the greater issue in our land is it's not physical, it's spiritual. And so as you think about God healing our land, I want to just encourage you this morning to pray that God would heal our land spiritually, that He would bring spiritual healing, that people would come to know Him. So many times in the Gospels, Jesus would heal somebody physically, but it was just a precursor so He could forgive their sins, so He could heal them spiritually. And I think what a great perspective for us to have, that God come heal our land, but not just of this virus, but more importantly, of sin. Bring forgiveness, draw people to yourself. Let this be a time when we aren't just thinking about our physical bodies, but people are thinking about their souls, are thinking about eternity, are thinking about what's going to happen when this physical body is dead. Then what? And so my prayer for you guys this morning, 2 Corinthians 8:16, Paul says this: "Thanks be to God who put into the heart of Titus the same earnest care I have for you." And I just want to pray that God would put into our hearts an earnest care, is what Paul describes in 2 Corinthians 8:16, that He has for others, that we would have that same earnest care for people as well, and especially as we think about their souls. And so yes, healing physically is important, but it's not as important as healing spiritually. So as we think about 2 Chronicles 7:14, let me just encourage you this morning to pray. Pray that God would heal our land, that God would bring spiritual healing through this whole time that we're in this season, because what a great opportunity for people to really figure out, man, what's going on eternally in my soul. So love you guys. Encourage you to pray that today, and we'll see you tomorrow.